A blissful afternoon, my young learners of mathematics. This afternoon, just like we have been looking at different types of expansion of algebraic expressions, so this afternoon we are going to be looking at expansion of expansion of algebra of this type. Expansion more about expansion of algebra. So what do I mean? The previous ones that we have seen different types. So this afternoon, we are going to look at algebra that looks like this type, that the brackets are by the side, they are together. So when we are asked to expand this kind, so what we are going to do is the very first thing in the first bracket will multiply everything in the second bracket. Everything in the first bracket is going to multiply everything in the first bracket. So we are going to do a concept that revolves around mouth, mouth, and nose, nose. So this A will multiply everything here. A multiplied by x, just like we know that alphabet can be multiplied together. A multiplied by x will give us ax. A multiplied by plus b will give us ab. You are done with your mouth now. Then the next thing is to go to your nose. So this b will also multiply everything. That will be bx plus bx. Then this b will also multiply the second b. That's plus b squared. And when you look at the terms, there is nothing that looks alike. AX is different from AB is different from BX, and BX is different from B squared. So this is what our final answer is going to look like. Now, let us look at another example. Let's look at another example. Okay, we are asked to expand d plus e into brackets n minus n. Very simple. The first thing here will multiply everything. D times n, that will give us dm. Then d multiplied by minus n, that will give us minus dn. You have done your mouth, mouth. Then you go ahead with your nose, nose. E multiplied by em, that will give us em. Then e plus e multiplied by minus n, that will give us minus en. Look again. Are there terms that look alike? dm is different from dn, dn is different from em, and em is different from en. So this is going to be our final answer. Okay, let us look at another example. Let's look at another example. Sometimes the question will be written like this: expand, expand, expand x plus y square. Okay, what does x plus y square mean? X plus y square means x plus y in two places. That's x plus y into brackets x plus y. Now, the first thing here will multiply everything in the second bracket. X multiplied by x, that will give us x squared. X multiplied by xy, that will give us xy. You are done with your mouth, mouth. You go ahead with your nose, nose. Plus y multiplied by x, you write it as plus xy. Some people will say yx, but it is conventional to write it as xy because alphabet x comes before alphabet y. Then your plus y multiplied by plus y, that will be plus y squared. I want us to look at this critically. You'll discover that these two terms look alike, plus xy plus xy. So once they look alike, we can bring them together. Plus xy plus xy. I have 1 naira, I have 1 naira, that's 2 naira. Plus 2xy plus y square. And that gives us our final answer. Okay, before we go, I also want us to look at the expansion when numbers are involved. The expansion when numbers are involved. Okay, let us say this. When we are asked to expand, x minus 1 all square. Of course, we already know x minus 1 all square means x minus 1 into brackets x minus 1. So we multiply. We do our mouth, mouth. X multiplied by x will be x squared. X multiplied by minus 1, that's minus x. You have completed your mouth, mouth. Then you go ahead with your nose, nose. Minus 1 multiplied by x, that's minus x. Minus 1 multiplied by minus 1, that's plus 1 square. And when you look at this, you will discover that there are things that look alike. There are things that look alike. When minus x and minus x looks alike, so you can bring them together. So I have x squared minus x minus x, that's minus 2x plus 1 plus 1 square. And 1 square is the same thing as 1. So this is what our final answer is going to be. Okay, one more example before we have exercises to work on, because I like to give you sufficient exercises that will be okay with you. Okay, let's say this. We are asked to expand 2g minus 3 into bracket 3g plus 2. Let us expand this. The first thing here, we'll multiply this 3g here. So 2 times 3, that's 6. Then g multiplied by g, that is g raised to power 2, or g squared. Then 2g multiplied by 2, that's 2 times 2 is plus 4g. Plus 4g. You are done with that. Then you go ahead with your nose. Minus 3 multiplied by minus 3, that's minus 9. Then minus 3 multiplied by plus 2, that's minus 6. So those things that look alike can be brought together. This is g squared, while this is ordinary g. You cannot add them together. So we have 6g squared plus 4g. Then minus 6 minus 6, they are both numbers. They can be brought together. I'm owing 9 naira, I'm owing 6 naira. How much am I weighing out together? That should be minus 15. And this brings you to the end of the expansion. Okay, if you understood this concept very well, I would want you to practice with this and drop your answers in the comment sections. So practice with this. Practice with this. Expand this. Expand. Okay. Our very first one says a plus b into brackets m plus n. The second one, p minus q into brackets r plus k. Okay. The third one, a plus b all squared. Okay. Let's make it up to 10, because when we practice more, there's a high tendency of us doing well in our exams. X plus y all squared. Then number 5, x plus 2 all squared. We have to expand all of that. Then the next one, 4 minus a into bracket 2 plus a. Okay, the next one, a plus b into brackets 10a minus 4. So try to do all of this and submit your answer in the comment section. Bye for now.